much for joining me for this week's episode of Monday Morning Coffee with Christine. Read, watch, listen. This week, I am doing a guest spot for my good friend, Chef Otto Borsich. He recommended his favorite book, movie, and piece of music that I'm going to share with you for him since he could not be here today. So we're going to start with his book, and it is called You Can Change Your DNA by Paul Hannan. It's kind of a fascinating premise. He's an Australian life coach and business coach. It's a really complicated premise, so I'm actually going to read you a little something to give you an idea of what this book is about. When we know that faith and fear are not just emotions, but forces within us that have chemical and electrical representations in our body, we're in the domain of the soul. Emotions such as hate demand more and more space physically in the brain. Like weeds, they grow in abundance, crowding everything else out. Essentially, the currency of our body is chemicals, electromagnetic energy directed by the soul. Far from being an evolutionary luxury, our beliefs are encrypted deep in our genetic code. Changing our DNA is happening all the time. Our soul is the door that opens the best production of the right chemicals to live a life that overcomes all adversity. Our own soul is the sleeping giant for transformation. Really, Chef Otto? That's what you're gonna fling at us? Anyway, it sounds fascinating, and I would recommend it. It's only available as an ebook right now, but you can download it. It's You Can Change Your DNA by Paul Hannan. And Chef Otto's recommendation for a movie, short little title, one word, human, impossible to forget. He sent me a link a few weeks ago to some of the little vignettes that are posted on YouTube. Mind-blowing. I sat there and cried and laughed. This guy went around the world filming just little vignettes of people all over the world, really close-up shots. Their faces are so diverse and so beautiful, diversity of color, diversity of age, and you get to hear them tell their stories of their lives. One of the ones that was most amazing to me was a woman who farms beans. And to someone like me who has grown up in crazy-ass luxury, the thought of living in the fields every day would seem like torture. I would think, oh my gosh, those poor people who have to do that. To watch her face light up as she talked about how she can't wait to wake up in the morning and get out there and get her fingers in the soil and pick those beans was so beautiful, so helpful to understand different cultures and different ways of being and how there's all kinds of ways to be happy. The movie Human really will make you think about life and our world in a really different way, and I would highly recommend it, but also Chef Otto recommends it, Human. And his recommendation for a piece of music was Amen by Kid Rock. Are you kidding me? With all the music that we have out there, someone else picks not only the same artist, Kid Rock, but it's from the same friggin' album. But yeah, I'll go with it. We both happen to have a little bit of the same taste. Amen by Kid Rock. He is a genius songwriter. He has so much soul and story and puts so much of himself into everything that he writes and performs. Chef Otto's recommendation for a song this week is Amen by Kid Rock. Just buy the whole album. And I will see you next week.